talk about the plaque. How many people have been to the Hall of Flags? How many people have been to the Hall of Flags since we've had the plaque hanging in the Hall of Flags? Very few of you. If you have not been to the Hall of Flags, please go when you have an opportunity. It's on the second floor of the State House. We have 7 plaques there. We have a plaque for World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, actually, and also our latest plaque really is the Maine Women Veterans Plaque. It was dedicated in 2011 by Governor Page. It was the State House at that time was so full. Actually, it's the fullest I've ever seen it, except for people making complaints there. But we had 265 ladies that showed up that day to receive their coin. And it was tremendous to be there in that process. I had the honor to chair the committee that designed this. I had 7 ladies on the committee with myself, and it was my toughest assignment in my 28-year Army career. Was chairing that committee, but it was a great thing to do. Actually, it was an honor to do that. So I'd have to chide the ladies a little bit. They gave me a hard time the whole time we were doing it. But I want to talk about it a little bit. It's called Maine Women Veterans: A Heritage of Service. The plaque depicts 4 centuries of service: 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st centuries. In the 18th century, on the far side, Hannah Watts Weston, a patriot from Machias. In the first battle of Machias, when the British sailed up to Machias and attacked Machias, her husband and the other patriots were fighting the British off, and she walked through the woods collecting shot and powder to go take back to her husband. In the center, 19th century, Emily Dana, a teacher from Portland. During the Civil War, she went down to Washington, D.C., and became a nurse down there and took care of the wounded and also the prisoners of war. 20th century, Patricia Chadwick Erickson, that's right, a WASP pilot, served in World War II, flew many missions. The WASP pilots were never really honored until just recently, as considered veterans. Front center is Sergeant, or Staff Sergeant now, Sergeant Andy Bachman, Maine Army National Guard combat veteran from Afghanistan. In our plaque, it talks about Maine history. All of these are Maine women. This picture right here is actually, I think it's the great-granddaughter that stood for that photograph of Hannah. And the daughter came, actually, your grandma, great-great-grandma. I'm going to straighten my mind here. But she came from Tennessee and stood for the picture and put period outfit on with the Daughters of the American Revolution from the Machias area of Round Rock, and they had that process to that picture. And so as part of that, you all Maine women, on here we have pine boughs, and this is part of your history test. And we have 16 pine cones on here, 16 little pine cones. Why would we have 16 pine cones on our plaque?
Counties.
16 counties. You may have heard my spiel before, but the little pine cones represent Maine's youth that went off to war. In the front side here, we have the sun rising. Why would we depict the sun rising on our plaque? There's 2 reasons, really.
It rises the first time in Maine.
Right. And it's also rising on women's service in the military. The future is yours to set, or theirs to set, the ones that are serving currently today. There isn't many jobs not available to women anymore in the military. So sun's right. Now, the sun has 23 rays on it. Why do we have 23 rays?
23rd state.
23rd state in the nation. What year did we become state? That's not on there. 1820. All right.
Missouri Compromise.
And we're very proud of the plaque. Now, the plaque hangs in the Hall of Flags, and if you've ever been there, there's a grand staircase as you face where the governor's office is on one side, and I've got other plaques are on the Hall of Flags, but as you face the grand staircase, where you see every speech that goes on, or every ceremony that goes on in there, it's always facing the grand staircase. This plaque is the most prominent of all plaques because it's on the left-hand side of the grand staircase, so it's seen by everybody that goes there for everything. So it's in a great spot for that.